bit of background on who you are and how God led you into this BAM journey that we're all still making up as we go. He knows the answers, but we're learning it kind of one step at a time. So
Yeah,
how
yeah.
did that pan out for you?
Yeah, sure. Well, first of all, I'm a very proud Canadian. And so I'm living just outside of Toronto. And I've lived in this part of the world in Canada and in Ontario all of my life. But I spent a number of years um, working in corporate Canada and really had a faith and work type of perspective. I worked in agribusiness, worked in finance, financial services, and IT, and org design, that type of thing. And it was really back in 2011, 2012 when I had the opportunity to go and do an exploratory visit in Southern Africa with some business friends. And, we were just praying and asking God, so what if business could have a larger role here in the country that we were in? And, that continued for a couple of years. But in 2015, I began working with B4T, so Business for Transformation
Hmm.
practitioners globally. These were Canadians who were mostly in the 1040 window and many of them starting businesses, and realized as we were working with them and talking to them that we could be doing a better job of equipping them and helping them to in their businesses and grow their businesses and be missional in and through their businesses. So it was in 2017 that we started to work on a B4T incubator. And I know you've had Rob on as well
Yeah.
and to talk about that. And, that launched in 2019. And then in 2020, it went online because that was I call them the 3 lost years
And yeah, for sure.
from COVID. And in 2021, we were here in Canada and we said, this is what we're learning from Business for Transformation, from Business's Mission is as much needed to be emphasized here in Canada as it is there, wherever we may be in the world. And so we had launched BAM Canada. And then in 2022, got involved with BAM Global. 2023, 2024 is when really started to get involved in Zambia with the BAM network there. And then Cameroon with our friends in Cameroon. And so that's kind of been the journey, a very quick synopsis of the journey.
Yeah, it's interesting. Virtually everybody I talk to, the details are different, but
Hmm.
the plot line is sort of the same. You
Yes.
you have a heart for missions, you have a heart for the world. You end up overseas, you're a business person, and you start making connections, and it's all around, like you said, what if?
Yeah.
Uh,
And,
you
and
know,
And through all of this, I get a great thrill about meeting other business people who said, "Oh, I didn't know that was even possible."
yeah.
Right. And how can I get involved in all of that? Right. Like,
Yeah, so there's an application. I wish if I could put this on the screen in the subtext, it would say, if you haven't been overseas, go overseas.
mhm,
If you go overseas, mix it up with Christian business people, if they're there. If there aren't Christian business people, mix it up with lost business people. But watch what God does with what you see and experience, because my story is almost identical in Central Asia, and so many people. This is how God captures our heart and our mind and our imagination. And
yeah,
now, when I hear about, you're talking already. There's a BAM network in Cameroon. There's a BAM network in Zambia. There's BAM Canada. There's BAM USA. There's BAM UK, and of course there's the sort of that they like to describe themselves the network of networks. BAM
yeah,
Global. They don't control
hmm
any of this. They're not a.
hmm
It's not an organization. It really is a network. But watching this become a truly global, a worldwide movement in the last 30 years has just been stunning.